Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to dangramza.com Market Studies for Monday, January 8th. We had a lot of interesting fundamentals that came out on Friday. We also saw the indices in these other markets reacting differently. They're in transition is what it implies. Very balanced formations as we talked about in the advanced video. But what do we see here in the Russell? We see a bouncy low, which means we should be cautious if you're on the short side for that market. Well, what about the currencies? The euro traded above its buy level. That difference, $387.50. And what we're seeing here, though, is balance. So it implies the possibility of the dollar getting stronger. But if we were a buyer here, that's underwater as we go into the close. The Swissy, the difference between the buy and sell level in that market as it rallied. Let me give you that information. That was, if I can just find it, there we go, was $3,025 a contract. Then we see it trading above its buy level here. That difference was $125 a contract. What do we look for here? Again, they're buying the break, but we haven't seen commitment to the upside. If you're long from here, you're underwater also as we go into the weekend. Our friend Mr. Yen came very close to giving us a rally. Be cautious also if you're on the short side. Same thing holds true for the Aussie dollar. British pound, the difference here between the buy and sell level was $131.25. It's kind of the strongest out of these currencies right now, but this is not a strong move. Look for an inside day in that market. And our friends in Canada, the difference between the buy and sell level there was $470 a contract. Again, if you're on the long side, it's underwater as we go into the weekend. I'd be cautious here, even on the short side. Because this market could also present transition to the upside. And that's what they're trying to show here in Bitcoin. I don't see it happening. They're buying the break, but there has been no follow through. So be very cautious on the long side in that market. 10-year notes traded above its buy level. That difference, $531.25. Looking for a sideways move in that market. Same thing here for the bonds. We're in a potential transition in that market. Well, we tried to get a rally going here in gold. That's $1,000 is that difference. But instead we broke back to the downside. So again, we're not seeing consistency of behavior. Be cautious on the long side. That implies an inside day on Monday. Silver, the difference between the sell and buy level here in that market was $1,200 a contract. And what we're looking for an inside day in that market. Copper also breaking to the downside. China just hasn't given us that demand that we're looking for in that market. Crude oil, the difference between the buy and sell level in that market was, let's see, what was that? I want to give you the right number before I say anything. It was $280 a contract. So what do we look for here? We have some fundamental drivers out there that can move this market, but be cautious on the long side. And I feel the same way about nat gas. We got weather issues that are driving this market right now. The difference here between the buy and sell level is $2,100 a contract. We have great growing conditions now showing up in Brazil, and it's reflected here in soybeans. We're seeing the same thing here in corn. That difference between the sell and buy level was $300 a contract. But again, look at Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay. The weather conditions for their crops looking pretty good. And in wheat, the difference between the sell and buy level in that market is $200 a contract. Be cautious on the long side here. There's still a lot of wheat out there globally. Well, those are my thoughts for today. Hope you found something helpful. Look forward to being with you again next week on Monday. In the meantime, have a terrific weekend and take care.